Hello friends, welcome back to Aurab Associates. Now we will go for step number 4, that means modeling of a structure. At first we can start with modeling of column. Let's select all stories here. We can go to story number 2, then go to CAD file. We can start with this column. The size of this column is 12 by 20 inches and the position is grid number A for x direction and grid number 6 for y direction, and the size is 12 by 20. Okay, from here select quick draw column. Column property will be 12 by 20. Here angle of degree equals 0 because for this column longest span, which is 20 inches, is parallel to x direction. Okay, when your longest side or thickness is parallel to y direction, in that case you have to provide angle of degree as 90. That means for this column or this column you have to provide angle of degree 90 here. Okay, but for this one we can go with this, that means angle of degree equals 0 and grid point is A6. Okay, you can see this one. Then go to next one, which is 12 by 25 A and 4 this side, that means A4, 12 by 25, 12 by 25. Okay, next one 15 by 20 and A2. This time I will provide angle of degree 90. Okay, then go for this one 15 by 35, that means E3. Okay, or we can consider this one E2, doesn't matter at all. E2, that means 15 by 35, 15 by 35, let's consider E2. Okay, then 15 by 20 H2. Okay, H2, 15 by 35, sorry, 15 by 20 H2. Okay, now go to the next one, which is this grid, and this one is closer to the center, so take C4 and the size is 12 by 30. C4 15 by 30, but this time we have to use angle of degree 0. (12 by 30) C4. Okay, next one we can consider this one G4. Okay, same size. G4. Then this one H4, 12 by 15 H, and this side 4, 12 by 25, 12 by 25. Okay, next here H and this side 6. Okay, H6 and the size is 12 by 20. H6 12 by 20, H6 12 by 20. Next here this one is 12 by, I have to check its dimension, 12 by 25, and this time we have to use angle of degree 90, and its position is in grid number F. Okay, or okay, we can take this one grid number F. and this side grid number 7, that means F7, and its dimension is 12 by 25. Okay, 12 by 25, angle of degree equals 90, F7. We can consider this one in grid 7, that will be better. Okay, or we can, okay, 90, okay, that's fine. It will be better if we consider this one in grid number 6, okay, so that we can model the beam easily. Then we have to complete modeling of shear wall. Okay, okay, this is already in grid number 6. Okay, this is already in grid number 6, so that's fine. Then for shear wall, here grid number 6 and 5 in y direction, and grid number these two, okay, these two grid are going through the center, that means B to D. Here we have to consider B to D for x and 6 to 5 for y direction. Fine. Then go to ETABS, all stories will be selected. Here pier LW20. Okay. Then here auto pier press yes, otherwise you have to provide the label manually. Okay, in real project this is not practical. So from 6 to 5, that means from B6, okay, from B6 to B5, then B5 to E5, sorry, not E, we have to go to D. So come back, select again, auto pier, yes, this one, this and this. Okay, now look carefully, this is the portion from here to here, this is the portion which will remain below the EGL. Okay, that means below the soil. That means for this story, okay, for this story closed shear wall is okay, but for story 2, that means from ground floor to first floor, we need an opening here. Okay, so let's select one story, then select this portion at because for this side we need to create the opening, and delete this one. Now go to CAD. Here also have some portion of the shear wall, that means 1 feet. If we consider from the center, this will be 17 inch. Okay, and for this side also the length of shear wall is 17 inch. So what we can do, we can model a beam with none property, that means from this grid to this grid we are drawing a beam, then from this point to this. Okay. Now what we can do, we can replicate this beam, select this one, replicate for x direction 17 inch, that means 1.42, okay, 1.42 feet, apply, and for this one 1.42 feet minus, apply. Then select this one, lift code 10, pier, auto pier, yes, then select here from this to this, and for this to this. Okay, you can see that this shear wall has been created. Now we can delete this one, we can delete these unnecessary beams. Okay, then delete. Now we need a coupling beam here, Okay, so how we can model this one? Go to draw shear wall, property, take here property spandrel, auto pier, this time we can provide it no, okay, because this we will provide the property of spandrel here, so we don't need auto labeling. Just select here this joint to this joint. Okay, now we have to divide this shell, because here the thickness or height of the beam is approximately 30 inches. So we can divide this spandrel into 4 parts. So go to divide shell, then from here select divide 1 by 4. Okay, apply. Okay, you can divide it into 5 areas up to your dimension. Sorry. Now we can delete these portions. Okay, edit, delete. Now see here, if we select any of the shear wall, pier ID has been provided by ETABS automatically. That means PW1 for this one, PW1 for this one, PW3 for this one, PW5. But for this spandrel, another thing here, you can see that no ID for a spandrel, because this is not a spandrel, this is just a pier. Okay, also for this one, this is just a pier, no spandrel ID has been provided by ETABS. Okay, but for this portion, that means for coupling beam, there is no pier ID, also there is no spandrel ID. Okay, so what we can do, we can define, we can go to spandrel labels, we can change its name, or we can use this one as we have only one spandrel. So keep this one, then select this spandrel and go to assign, go to shell, go to spandrel ID, then go to shell and go to spandrel label, select S1, apply. Okay, that means we have provided the spandrel ID, otherwise ETABS will not design your spandrel. Okay, this time you can see pier ID none, but spandrel ID equal as 1. Okay, fine. Now we can model beams. So go to AutoCAD. Let's check the position of beam. Here we have a beam in this portion, then this, and this beam is supported on these beams. Okay, these small beams. So let's start with this beam. From here I am selecting frame property beam, that means B 12 by 21. Let's start from here. Okay, next, here we will not model any beam. Here we will not model any beam because there will be a landing beam at other level. That means this is 18 feet and this is 8 feet. That means mid between this story, that means at 13 feet there will be a landing beam. For this, so we will not model beam in this position. Okay, this roof beam will not be present in real structure. Okay, because in 5 feet distance we can't provide 2 beams due to architectural reasons. If we provide this, we can't set window here. Then go to the next one. Okay, then there is a beam. Now we need to model beam here. Okay, but the issue is this beam is little offset from the column. Okay, so at first we can model this one. At first we can model here the beam, then we will replicate. So select this one. Okay, now another thing is we can replicate this beam. Okay, to the story 1, or we could select all stories. So just replicate this beam at story number 1. Okay, apply. This side you can see that this beam has been replicated. Now select all stories. Now select all stories and model other beams. After that we will do some modification. For here we have a beam, then this side, here we have a beam, also a beam is here. In this position we have another beam, and also there in this position then okay. Now we can select one story. We don't need all stories right now. We can select one story. Now we will replicate this beam from center of this column. So let's check the distances. Here the distance is that means from center of column to the center of beam is 3 feet 4 inches. So select this one, replicate, then dx will be 0, dy will be minus 3.33, that means 3 feet 4 inches, apply. Okay, we didn't replicate the beam of first floor, or sorry, or for grade beam you can say, because this will remain below the ground, so there is no architectural requirement, but for this beam there have architectural requirement. Now select this beam 12 by 21, model this one, okay. That means modeling of beam has been completed by today. Next day we will model slab. That's all for today. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you.